Question 24 asks you to assess the value of using training thresholds to improve aerobic performance. So first of all, when we talk about assess, that's where you're making a judgment of the value of something. So we're saying, what value do using training thresholds have in actually improving aerobic performance? And obviously the answer we're looking for is that they have enormous value, because without using the training thresholds you wouldn't be able to improve aerobic performance, because you wouldn't know at what level you were training at. So first and foremost, you need to have an understanding of what the training thresholds actually are, and that the aerobic threshold is the point that you need to train above in order to gain any benefits for the aerobic system. So you can see here, this bloke has clearly said that, and he's saying here you must train in the aerobic training zone. What he hasn't mentioned, and I think would be good if he mentioned, is that the aerobic training zone is above the aerobic threshold but below the anaerobic threshold here. And I've just corrected his percentages. So roughly we're looking for, decent athletes. Their aerobic threshold would be at 70%, so therefore they need to train at least at 70% of their max heart rate, and their anaerobic threshold would be around about 88%. So they would need to train somewhere between 70 and 88%. That's the aerobic training zone. And obviously the higher you go, the closer you get to the 88%, the more benefits that you're going to have. So he's given a little example here. He's also given what actually happens when you improve aerobic performance. So your oxygen uptake improves, and he's just mentioned, I just threw in a little anaerobic threshold thing there, because he left that out. I think this is the probably of all the answers, this is the best structured answer, but you can see here I've just added a few things in red. That's where he's cost himself the marks, and he hasn't got a 4 out of 4, he's got a 3 out of 4. But it's the best constructed answer, because he does try and talk about the thresholds here. He does mention the aerobic training zone, just need to get his percentages a bit better, and also mention the anaerobic threshold here, because he's mentioned here if you work above that, then no aerobic benefits are being done. But what will happen, the closer you work to that anaerobic threshold, the more the body starts to tolerate lactic acid, so that means the higher intensity you can work at for a longer period of time, which obviously means a better performance.